It is festival time with the beer bubbles. Welcome to part 2 of this episode from Uppsala Craft Beer Festival. This time we meet Kenny from Malmö Brewing Company, a few random festival goers, and some of our regulars from Akkurat. And, of course, last but not least, our hero Conor from Uppsala Brygghus. Enjoy.
Act 2 is almost upon us. And we're here in the break. All the brewers are changing beer, and we're standing here with Malmö Brewing Company, who's actually ready now.
Yeah.
After a day of getting ready.
Yes, finally.
So, first off, tell us who you are.
My name is Kenny, and I'm the bar manager at our restaurant and tap room. Malmö Brewing is locally based brewery in Malmö, in the heart of Malmö at Möllevångstorget. And we only produce basically in-house. We basically don't sell any beer outside of our own restaurant. We have 42 taps, where 15 of those taps are beer we brew ourselves in-house. Then 8 taps for things we produce outside of the house, and then 3 taps of mead and 16 taps of guest beers.
Was the tap room and the restaurant idea from the beginning, or is it something that evolved?
It started out as a much smaller scale, though. 6 taps, way smaller, and then some space opened up in the building, so we expanded and built this huge bar instead.
Right, so it was from the beginning a tap room and restaurant.
Yeah,
basically.
But it's also a meadery.
Yes, kinda. We have a meadery, but that's based out in Vellinge. But we sell our own mead, of course, 3 taps of our own mead at the tap room. But the mead is produced in Vellinge.
So what do you think about the Uppsala Craft Beer Festival so far, now when Act 1 is done?
Really nice, all positive things to say. Like, we've been greatly taken care of the guys from Uppsala Brygghus. Nice people at the festival, interested people, a lot of questions. It's super fun.
Speaking of questions, you're gonna get the hardest one you've ever had in your life right now, because you're about to die, and you can have one last beer.
Lite gott skose.
That was quick, too quick even. What did you say?
Lite gott skose.
Ah, all right.
Perfect, my perfect beer.
I think that's the record for the fastest answer we've ever had, because I didn't even finish the question. Well, Kenny, love it having you on the podcast.
Yeah.
And we're gonna come back and try your beer very soon.
Do that.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are sitting here at Uppsala Craft Beer Festival. It's me and Rasmus, and we're joined by one of the guests here, who's actually been a guest in the podcast before.
Exactly.
Stuart, welcome back to Beer Bubbles.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you, and a guest in a few of the bars we worked in.
Oh yes, indeed.
Certainly.
So for those guys who don't know who you are, tell us, who are you?
Well, I'm Stuart. Formerly worked at Sjätte Tunnan. As in the interview that we had before, I actually got into the school.
Oh, it's an update.
Yeah, an update.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Because when we had the interview last time, I told you that I've been applying for it.
Yep.
And I actually got in. So I'm studying as a brew technician.
Congratulations.
Nynäs Campus 2022.
Nice.
Awesome.
Where do you have your internship?
I have my first internship at Fjäderholmarnas brewery.
That's a good brewery to do that.
In Bro.
Oh yeah, they don't have a brewery right now on the island, so it's a bit hard to do an internship there.
Next summer they're gonna have small batches.
Yes.
Very nice.
So it's been a journey.
We probably asked him this question during the podcast, but
We'll
let's
do
it again. What got you interested in beer?
That's
not even the hardest question we have.
Oh no! How do you get into beer? I mean,
No, but what beer made the difference for you? 'Cause I know,
Or moment.
I know
or whatever
exactly
it is.
which moment that I got hooked on beer.
I don't remember.
Was it
actually.
that long ago,
Apparently,
or
He
did you
got
drink
that
that
drunk.
many of it?
both. But I think, I mean, I really got into Belgian beers and started hanging out at Pressklubben. Not every day or anything, but once a month or
every
something.
second day. So-
Yeah, I mean, I was young, and I mean, what do you do when you drink beer when you're young? It's like normally lagers,
Yeah.
So
but then
basically,
you get into the
an amount of
coolest
time
stuff.
put together made you interested, basically.
yeah, exactly.
So what do you think about the Uppsala Craft Beer Festival?
I mean, it's very cozy. Everyone's very helpful, and it's just great, except the food. But
Okay, you have.
I mean,
problems.
it's long waiting time for.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I just actually spoke to Conor in the interval here.
Yeah.
There's 2 food trucks that didn't turn up.
Oh wow, we.
So
they have a little bit of bad luck there.
that's the only thing he could complain about.
But he just delivered you an ice cream.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he wins
maybe
anyhow.
Brandy's in there. But so yeah.
Everything else is top notch, but the food service.
Favorite beer so far?
It might be in Temple's small batch of smoked one,
Okay, yeah,
and Närke has one as well. It's really good.
nice.
Really nice. It's really nice. So, Stuart, you got this question a long time ago, or a while ago. You're about to die. What's your last beer?
I know what I said last time, actually.
Oh, you
what,
do?
what was it then?
Yeah, it was the. It's an Avery beer. Oh, what's it called? Not sure if I can maybe change that. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
As long as it's a beer, I'm fine.
Let's do it.
So, as a last thing, you want a cap or you want a bag?
I want both.
Oh,
I
and only have one.
I can go for the cap.
Okay,
Go for the
cap
Yeah.
for you. Put it
Let me-
there. Huh? Juggling a bit. So, guys,
I
thank
want
you
to
very much.
destroy the thing, so I'm just going to give it to him.
Okay,
Your hair looks beautiful, so.
Stuart, thank you very much for being a part of our little touring special.
Thank you to
Yeah.
CC and Rasmus.
And
you,
you have to
Stuart.
turn around as we can see the good logo on the side.
Yeah.
There, there we are.
Take out the paperwork in the cap as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fix it later. It's fine.
Guys,
Stuart,
Stuart, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And whatever you do, drink better beer. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still at Uppsala Craft Beer Festival talking to some of the guests.
Woo!
And I found a guy that I run into when I go to the Hammarby Games from time to time who lives here in Uppsala. Marcus, welcome to Beer Bubbles.
Thank you very much, sir. And I would also like to address that I'm living in Stockholm now.
Oh, you
Again.
moved?
I moved from Uppsala. Maybe I'll move back sometime. I don't know.
Start over. Let's start over.
Yeah.
The facts were wrong.
Yeah,
How are you finding the festival so far? Are you having a good day?
having a really good day. I mean, it was more than I actually hoped for and bargained for, because, I mean, it looked pretty bad weather when I looked at the weather forecast and stuff like that. But anyway, now it's, I mean, you can't complain. Some of the are really good beers. Some of the best brewers, I mean, around from here in Sweden are here. So
Yeah,
And for those of you who weren't here, the sky was dark and grey a couple of hours ago, and
and
it
now
was,
it,
Yeah.
it's blue skies and sunshine.
Yeah, so it's
exactly.
we were lucky. Lucky with the weather, as you say in Sweden.
Marcus, I've got to ask you something. You're interested in beers, and that's why you're here. Do you have a moment where you actually realized that beer was something more than just your common lager? Is that a beer? Is there a beer that actually changed your way of looking at beer?
Yeah, I mean, you could say that what really turned the turning point for me, it was Westmalle Double, Belgian style. So the Belgian beers that really turned the tables for me. I mean, that was something completely different. Even though I had a lot of, bitters and ESBs and stuff like that from Britain before that.
And
That's a good turning point.
That's a good turning point. And what's your favorite here today? Because you've been here since they opened, basically.
Yeah. My favorite beer is, I'm really into sours nowadays, and I would say that Flora is actually our beer wine, you could say, because it's with white grapes.
From which brewery?
Cyclic.
Okay, Cyclic,
from Barcelona, Spain.
Oh, nice. All right.
It was really, really awesome. Powerful taste. I love all of it.
Are we doing the final, most devastating question you're gonna have in your life ever? You're gonna die right now. What's the last beer you're having? Whatever you want.
A Night to End All Dawns from Kane Brewery, New Jersey.
Okay. Thank you very
Wonderful.
much, Marcus.
Wonderful.
It's been so nice having you in the podcast. And
Before you go,
yeah, okay. Cap or bag?
Cap.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Marcus. And we'll see if we can wear it as well. But
Yeah,
there we are. Thank you very much, Marcus.
Thank you.
And have a great festival.
And whatever you do, drink
Better beer.
Always.
Welcome back to Beer Bubble, still at Uppsala Craft Beer Festival. Sun is shining. You are shining.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Especially today. You're also shining.
Oh, thank you.
But who are you?
My name is Martin Jämtlid, and I am the owner of, the part owner of Original Brand Stockholm, an import company, and we also started the first low ABV bottle shop in Sweden called Bottle Shop. Nowadays we call it Bottle Shop Food and Laundry.
Yeah, because you do hard bread pizzas and also have a kind of a laundromat.
And underground you have a brewery called Underground, but in Swedish, Underjord.
Yeah. Now we created this laundromat as in honor for the backpackers that come by the bottle shop as beer tourists. So often they don't have some dirty laundry, and they can wash it at our place.
And all the bachelor on Södermalms are happy as fuck because they probably need to go and do their laundry and sit and have a pizza and have a beer.
Yeah. It's a free service if you buy anything to drink or eat. So
It's a really, I've said it before when we had interview with Granen. It's a very cool idea, and it's I wished I lived at Södermalm because I would never wash my clothes at home. But I guess you're beer interested, of course. You're here.
Yeah.
What made you interested in beer from the beginning?
No, I think it's my original profession. I'm an architect and a designer, so my way into the food and beverage industry is like I designed 20 plus restaurants in Sweden and abroad. So I also done concepts of restaurants. So food and drinks is like one of the enjoyments in life you can have any age.
Yeah, that's cool. What do you think of the festival so far? The sunshine is beautiful. There's quite a lot of people.
Yeah. They told me that they sold out both sessions, so congrats to them, because I think at least on the east side of Sweden we need more of kind of these festivals that are not super commercial. It's more invitation only, and it attracts another kind of crowd, I think.
Less of a fair, more of a festival.
Yeah.
Definitely. And shout out to Conor and Uppsala Brygghus again for a fantastic festival. It's
absolutely.
It's really well made.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, it should be. It's been 2.5 years in the making.
I saw a guy with a shirt with the crossover from the 2020, 2021, and then 2022.
yeah.
It's a good shirt. Do you want to do the honors with the hard question? I'm
going to put the hard question to you. This is your last day of life.
Okay.
You are going to die today.
Okay.
I'm terribly sorry to say that. But,
Okay.
And you can have one more beer before you go.
Mm-hmm.
Just one. Which beer would that be?
I think it would be a mixed fermentation beer, something in between beer and wine, because I think that's the future, and I could die with that taste in my mouth.
It's a good
Well,
answer.
thank you very much for participating.
Okay.
And we have one more question as well. Cap or bag? What do you want?
Okay, I'm a cap guy, so I choose cap.
There we are.
Okay.
Have a cap and take care of yourself and have a great festival.
Yeah, likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, we're still going, CC.
Yes.
Are you recording? Yes, you are.
I am.
Perfect. We're still going. A wonderful woman just came up to me a couple of minutes ago and asked if she could buy her son a hat, an Akkurat hat. And I said, no, you can't pay for it because it's free if you do an interview. And so he's already have the cap because he was so wonderful and nice. And you're the coffee guy, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So introduce yourself.
So my name is David Fishdale, and I'm running Uppsala Coffee Roastery, which is a small local craft coffee roastery. And I wanted to bring like the dark roasted coffee to actually make a good dark roasted coffee. Usually the dark roasted coffee is just a bad coffee that you just burn.
Over roast.
Are we talking
Yeah,
about
exactly.
the second crack pot when you just release so much oil, or is it? I'm not that.
He is turning nerdy.
I'm a bit nerdy. I studied coffee a
He's
while
getting
back.
there.
And you talked a lot about first crack, second crack.
Yeah.
But with the second crack, you do it a lot harder, so the oils come out, right?
Yeah,
Is it
and
that you do it too hard, or is it
no,
something
that's
else?
so that's the thing. You need to really be on the edge, because if the darkest roast that we do have, if I'm going over like half degree or like 30 seconds too long in the roast, you do get like this burnt flavor to it. But now you get a really dark roasted flavor, and it's a really like a balance after the second crack, for sure, to actually make it roasted and not burnt. So I'm having a lot of coffee that's burnt for sure, but also many coffee that's really, really nice. So that's the fun thing about dark roasting coffee. I talked with a roaster the other day, and we talked about the third crack. Is it possible to actually get a third crack on the coffee? we will try. We will try.
That's actually interesting.
But you're at a beer you're at a beer festival.
Yes.
How did you end up here?
So I end up here since I'm working with Uppsala Brygghus, which is the company that brings
runs
the
festival. Yeah.
And Martin there wanted to make a really good coffee stout. There are a lot of coffee stouts out there, but usually they just have a good stout and they blend coffee with it. So we wanted to do it the other way around. So we have a good stout. Let's make a coffee that actually tastes well with this stout, and then we do something about it. So what we have done is that we started with the Imperial Stout, and we tasted it, and we started blending different coffees and just see where we should end up. And then we took the coffee and all of the stout, when it was finally brewed, we pumped it through the coffee for over 2 hours just to make it like a cold brew, but brewing it with the stout, so we can really bring out a lot of coffee flavors to the stout, but not make it...
Was that what became the Slumber Joe?
No, that became the Arabian Night. And then
Arabian Night, all right.
And then the Arabian Night is the Slumber Joe, which is aged on
No, that's
casks.
that's Slumber Jack.
Jack.
Slumberjack, yeah.
I think we have Slumberjack 19 at Akkurat, which we are going to put on the vintage list soon. So
Okay,
it
yeah.
might be, yeah.
Yeah, so then we had the Arabian Night, which is a really good coffee stout. And then Martin put it on a cask, just to make it even more extreme, which is super fun.
Good.
Awesome. Yeah.
But as a coffee man, then, as you are, as you explain yourself, any interest in beer? Any beers?
Yeah, for sure.
What do you usually drink?
So usually it really depends on which time of the year. During this in the beginning of the summer, it's a lot of sour beers. But then later, during like the midsummer, late summer, it's mostly IPAs, especially like double IPAs. And in the autumn, of course, it's the stout period.
It's really nice.
And any beer that really made you start drinking beer? That you remember that was kind of a turning point
No,
for
well,
you?
it's a quite tragic thing to say, but the Brooklyn Lager made me realize that a lager is much more than just a
Just a
storstark,
macro-
as we say in
lager,
Sweden.
yeah.
As we say in Sweden. And then I realized that it's so much more flavor, and you can really like bring so much more with the beer to the food compared to just having like a big cold beer. And then I realized let's open this door and
That's really nice.
Let's open this can of worms.
yeah, exactly.
You've been standing there for the entire day, I think. We've
Yeah.
been here since a
Since
little bit before
10:30.
10:30, yeah, and seeing
Yeah.
you all day. What do you think about the turn up, the day, the festival overall?
Also, this is super nice. When we talked about this, it has been like a 3-year planning period since it's Corona time,
Yeah.
and it was like, okay, next year for sure. No, next year for sure. But it's really like every person is welcome here, and that's the fun thing about this. You don't need to be like this twisted beard kind of guy. You can be like an everyday man, and you can still come here and you get really nice beer. And
We have a name for that in the podcast.
Yeah.
A beer curious person.
Yes.
nice, yeah, for sure. And it feels so nice to see so many different kind of people, like old, young, women, men. I'm not sure if we have seen any festival like this when it's just everyone is welcome here in Uppsala. So it's really
nice. We should
and-
introduce him to Ollie,
Oh yeah.
the head brewer of Stigberg. They had they were doing a coffee stout. I don't remember exactly which one, but they had over 100 different kinds of coffee they tried on their own before they decided which coffee to do with their stouts.
okay, yeah.
It's another level, and it's fun to hear that the collab between not only breweries but also a brewery and a roastery.
Yeah.
Roastery, is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really fun to hear, I
Yeah,
think.
definitely.
But here's a sad thing about this interview is that you're gonna die right now.
Okay.
What is the last thing you drink when it comes to beer?
The
It's the
final
last beer
beer
you can have.
on the way into the light at the end of the tunnel. What are you grabbing?
That's a hard question.
Yep.
We want a snappy
Best
answer.
for last.
Come on now.
Man, I think I should go for like. Actually, I think I'm going for the Arabian Night.
It's your baby, so of course.
Yeah, for sure. No, but I think that it's a really nice end of, since it's a really coffee flavorful blend. It's
Best of
nice.
both worlds, as you
Yeah,
say.
exactly. You don't need to drink beer and coffee. You can have it all in the same glass.
That's really nice.
Perfect.
Otherwise, I will of course end with a cup in my hand.
That's obviously. And you already chosen. Your mom chose for you, so and you look
Yeah.
beautiful in a hat.
Thank you.
And you should come down to Akkurat one day, and we'll take care of you for
Yeah.
sure.
I
And
think we're gonna throw in a bag anyhow.
yeah, fuck it, take a bag as well. We can say fuck it in this podcast because we're doing whatever we want. So it's a bag for you.
Thank you.
And I'm actually gonna join you over there because I want to try the coffee you talked about. Right? You want a cup of coffee?
I'm all right.
Have-
Thank you very much.
All right, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee.
I'm one of these guys that the coffee roasters hate. I drink coffee
Ah.
with milk.
I love dark, strong fucking coffee. When I
Nice.
work, I drink with milk because
Yeah.
it's faster. But when I just want a cup of coffee and enjoy it, and when
Yeah.
it's well made, there we go. And whatever you do,
Drink better
coffee.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, we just got a cup of coffee. We're drinking Arabian Nights in both versions.
Yes.
And we have two wonderful guys here. You just showed up and asked us, what the fuck are you doing here? And you just came along and we're doing the interview right now. So that's what happened. So,
What's
who
your
are you
names?
guys?
What's your names?
My name is Mattias Harbom. Patrik.
Nice to meet you, Matthias. Nice to meet you, Patrick. How are you up? How is the festival? How are you doing?
Great. It doesn't feel like Uppsala at all. We're in an industry area and drinking a lot of beer and the sun is shining.
Yeah, I think it's over my expectation. I thought Uppsala in the summer not so good, but really good weather, really nice stämning.
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere, yeah. What are you having in a glass right now?
A typical Finnish beer.
Typical Finnish beer.
Not typical at all. I couldn't drink a lot of it. It tastes vanilla and
Some sort of stout, I guess.
Yeah.
Strongest stout, yeah.
over 10%.
So it's coffee, vanilla, chocolates, those kind of flavors, yeah?
Tar.
Tar.
Tarry.
Yeah,
It's tar,
and
smoky, yeah.
it's like drinking liquor.
Okay.
All right. But to the question, I guess you're interested in beer since you're here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why are you interested in beer? What made you interested in drinking beer?
I don't know. Actually, my wife sent me here.
Your wife sent you here?
Yeah.
She wanted to get rid of you for a while.
So she gave me 2 tickets for birthday present, and
that's nice.
Yeah,
No, she gave me one of the tickets.
yeah. So you got 1 ticket each.
But what, Patrick, are you interested in beer from the beginning, or is it you're just here for the tickets?
No, I like to. I like it for.
Oh yeah, to wet your throat.
To wet your throat.
Yeah.
You like the quenchable stuff that you can drink and get have fun of. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Not so fine taste, but or all the taste, but
he's a lager guy, and I'm a IPA guy, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
I have some Finnish blood, so I try to drink typical Finnish beer here for lagers, but there's none.
Lappinkulta.
No Lappinkulta. I don't like Lappinkulta.
The
That's a
Finnish
typical
brewers
Finnish
are-
beer.
There's a few good ones popping up now that do really nice IPAs.
Okay.
I haven't got one in my head right now, but I tried one a couple of weeks back that was really good.
Yeah.
It's happening over there as well.
Yeah. But we're doing this interview short and sweet. So, both of you are about to die right now.
Yeah.
So if you can have one last beer, what would be your choice?
Maybe a raspberry sour that we drink. Nyss.
Raspberry sour for you?
yeah, I will try that also.
Final beer of your life is going to be a raspberry sour. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
That's
well,
right then. And the last thing, do you want a cap or do you want a bag?
Cap for sure.
Cap for
Is
sure.
a cap for you?
I'm not a cap guy, but thank
Sure.
you very much.
And what do you, Patrick?
I want a cap.
And a cap
There
for
we
you.
are.
Thank you.
And guys, come by Akkurat and we'll make sure you love something else than a raspberry sour. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
guys.
being here.
Cheers.
Still here, Uppsala Craft Beer Festival.
We haven't fallen asleep yet.
No, not yet. The sun is shining, so what the hell? We found somebody.
You did.
The Hard Thomas, as it's called. Hårda Thomas. And it's not only because he likes metal, he's also very, very much a lover of beer.
Yes.
And hater of beer.
He's opinionated about beer. That's the right word, I think.
But it's alright, we can be that, and it's fun. Hi Thomas, how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
How come you ended up here in Uppsala for the festival?
How come I couldn't have? I mean, I don't see an opportunity I wouldn't have ended up here.
No.
It's a good answer.
There was only one thing that could have kept me from here. That was when I was looking at the weather forecast on Wednesday, and it said it was going to flood down with rain. It was
I actually also saw that one, so I bought my tickets only 2 days ago.
okay.
Well, the prediction was pretty off. During the day, it was
showers.
looking bad, but now it's open up and it's blue skies, as we talked about before. It's really nice. What have you had so far?
A bunch of things. I will try to keep myself. I think this is the first beer, the one in front of me, above 7%. So I'm going for the largest that was possible to find some APA, a bunch of sours. So I'll go heavier later on.
Have a favorite so far?
That's probably the bacterial something experiment from Temple, I think.
All right.
Deep sour with a tiny hint of smoked malts and things.
Sounds
like
very,
one.
very traditional, it sounds.
In a way.
Like old style.
Yeah, exactly. Not the lightweight, fluffy, modern things also. But also, I mean, modern sours can be good. I mean, Uppegård's raspberry sour, which I really, lots of raspberries without going fruit puree or something, and not too sour. I mean, a really balanced. I mean, I emptied the glass in seconds. Like,
and went back for more. No.
Was it the first one? Is the question, or was it? They tend to go faster. That's what I'm saying.
I've got a question for you. You've been drinking beer in bars. I've been working for the last 20 years at least.
Something along those lines, yeah.
Yeah, and I've got to ask you, was there a turning point where you realized that beer was more than just beer?
That's a tricky question.
It's not a beer that just got you to go, oh, what is this?
I mean, already as a poor student, I mean, having to keep to the cheapest thing you could catch at Systembolaget at that time. I mean, I actually tried different things because, I mean, I'm a geeky mind. So, of course, when I do something, I start investigating and so on. But I would say, actually, on a bus from Brandbergen into the city, probably going to some concert or something, some guy had Chimay Blue bottle. I think when I must have been quite new up here, and said, I haven't tried beer until you have tasted this one. And that was, oh shit, this is also beer.
I can realize that.
So, I mean, that was sort of an opener. I mean, it wasn't, I mean, some people... I mean, when I was really young, they said, "Oh, Guinness Stout." I mean, that's. I mean, you can only drink one of them. It's so heavy. It's so you don't realize it's beer. I mean, no, that wasn't so heavy. But the Chimay, now we were talking.
That was hitting the right spots.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a difference between a Guinness and a Chimay Blue.
My first beer that got me to like really appreciate beers was the other end of the spectrum.
All right.
It was Triple FFF's Alton's Pride, hand pumped at Oliver Twist in 1996, 1997 somewhere.
I don't remember my first beer that made me go, wow. I remember the first beer I had that made me go, what the fuck? And that was Nebuchadnezzar from the Pollo, the first time I had a double IPA. And I got drunk as shit when I drank two. And I was like, okay, something is off here. And that's when I really started to drink beer and enjoy it. And then my travel began, basically. It's not my favorite beer at all, but it's what got me thinking that something is off here.
That's a dangerous one. I remember when there was some music venues that used to have that one, and I only had that one for like a whole concert, or I think, since I don't remember the end of the night.
You don't know if you really appreciated the concert or not.
Yeah, do you remember the band?
I remember it started out good, at least. That's that much.
The first song was good. The rest was... All right. What do you think about the festival?
Yeah, this is fine. I mean, it wouldn't have been as nice in bad weather. That's, I mean, a possible weakness, but it didn't realize this year. So yeah, this good.
Would have been tight.
I mean, now it's rather the sun that's the problem, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, this works, and I mean, it's a bit. I realized when I looked at the beer list, since I'm only here for session 2, I wasn't here at the first session, that, oh crap, the beers at the first session were even more interesting than the second. That's of course, but I realized why they do it, because, I mean, you want people to be here for both sessions, but I realized, since I was planning to maybe not be in bed early the night before that, the first session, I
can tell you. We can tell you about the beer in the first session if you want to. They were wonderful.
They were really good.
They were really good. We didn't get to try all of them.
I've already met some people who were here first session, so I know.
It's really great. But we do have one last question for you.
Oh yes.
Right.
And that is, for some reason, the bad weather is coming back. The lightning is striking down. You're gonna die right now. What's the last beer you have before you die? Anything.
Doesn't have to be here at the festival. No.
Anything in the world.
I will go for... it will be Schlenkerla-Märzen.
Schlenkerla-Märzen, that's valid. It's a good beer, and it's actually not that readily available as it was only 2 years ago when it was at Systembolaget.
I mean, it's not on the shelves right now, but so it's
but it's good stuff.
Yep.
Absolute last question.
Yeah.
Cap or bag?
Since I already got the cap, I will have to go for the bag.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much, Thomas. It's been an absolute pleasure having you in the podcast. And have a great festival.
Thank you very much.
And before you go, just look a little bit fucking happy. With a bag, of course.
How do you pose with a bag? I mean, that's you can't pose with a bag, really. That's not what it's made
Perfect.
for.
Thank you very much, Thomas. And whatever you do, drink better beer.
Thank you.
We are standing here, sitting / doing something with the one and only Nille.
Yeah,
And everything is blowing away.
one of our favorite regulars from Akkurat.
Yep.
Up here in Uppsala at the Craft Beer Festival.
Yes.
And the regular with the most epic beard as well.
Oh, yeah. He already has a cap.
He does. Do you have a bag?
And I also have the bag.
Yeah, so he's not going to get any prize for participating.
So a little bit of smooches from us then, that's what they're going to do with it.
No, okay. Can I have an extra bag?
Of course you can.
There might be someone who wants it.
Of
Oh no,
course.
sorry, a cap, not a bag, a cap.
Well, let's get on with the 4 quick questions because you want 4 quick ones.
Yeah,
Sure stuff. What do you think about the festival?
Excellent. This is the first time here.
Well, it's the first time it's a
I've seen
festival.
some people with T-shirts saying that there was a Uppsala Craft Beer Festival in 2020. Is that true?
No,
Or
it's
was
Cross 2020, Cross 2021, and now it's on.
Okay.
Because it's been postponed for 2 years.
No, I really like this festival. It's, then again, the weather is excellent. Great breweries, nice people, very well arranged, organized. Yes, I like it a lot.
Yeah, shout out to Conor once again and Uppsala Brygghus.
Fantastic.
Wonderful
Fantastic
put
work.
together.
And have you found anything that was irresistible here today?
I just had the what's it called? The Cuvée Chérie from Uppsala Brygghus. 4.5%, if I read it correctly. Pretty amazing. Probably the best 4.5% beer I ever had. Really good.
That's cool.
Statement.
Yeah, big statement.
Big statement.
Yeah, but then again, I really don't drink beer that is less than 8%.
And you always do the daddy-o size, as we call it
yes,
at
of
Akkurat.
course.
If you want to know what that is, you have to come visit when Nille is sitting in the bar.
Yeah.
But Nille, tell us who you are.
Nille, 49 years young or old, that depends. I've been a regular at Akkurat for not that many years, like last 8 years perhaps. I've been drinking craft beer since early 2000.
And what beer changed your mind? Well, what beer was the aha thing?
I think when I first had I think it was Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Classic.
That one, and then later on when I had and I think you served it to me, Dale's Pale Ale.
Oh yeah. Up at Oliver Twist.
Exactly.
Have you put up the beautiful sign I gifted you?
No, but I will have that in my man cave.
In your man cave?
Yeah.
Where is your man cave? Is that your apartment?
That will probably be the apartment. It's hard to have a man cave when you live in a 2-room apartment.
Yeah. No, I gifted Nille a beautiful Days Pale Ale sign.
Oh, one of those
which I got
tin
from,
ones. One of the tin ones. Yep.
Yeah, which I got from Christian, and then my wife told me, "You're not bringing that home." And I saw
mine's actually on the bathroom door.
Yeah.
And I said to
thank
Nille-
you, Rasmus' wife. Thank you.
She says you're welcome.
Yep.
So I promise you we will keep this short because you want to drink beer and have fun right now.
Yep.
So you're about to die right now. So you're not gonna do anything else but this. But what is the last thing you drink before you die? Anything in the world.
Anything in the world.
Ever made.
Well, most likely an imp stout or an imp porter.
Anything particular?
Which one? Come on.
It's hard. Favorite one is Kaggen.
Kaggen.
Yes, of course
Kaggen.
it is.
Stormarsporten Kaggen.
Yeah.
From there.
It's a good thing. So you're wearing a cap, you have a bag, but you can still choose what you want. Cap or bag? Cap or bag?
Cap.
Cap. Oh! Wait. Don't stop that.
Oh, you gotta double cap him.
I'm gonna double cap him.
Ooh. Sounds kinky.
Oh, there we are.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Totally retard.
Thank you, Nille. wonderful to have you.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank
whatever
you.
you do,
Drink better beer.
I will. Thank you, gentlemen.
CC, this has been a wonderful day so far.
And it's basically down to Uppsala Brygghus.
And the man in front of us.
The man in front of us.
The man, the myth, the
We
legend.
must tip our caps.
Thank you.
In my I don't have one, but I'll tip my cap anyhow. This has been fantastic.
Cheers. Great.
Thank you so much for having us. It's been wonderful.
I'm thrilled it's gone so well. You know, but it's been a lot of work for all of us.
And you caught the weather as well.
Well, Jesus.
Yeah.
5 years ago, I stood over there and I said, that's a great place for a festival. You know, I was thinking, it reminded me a bit of Brewski Val and reminded me a little bit of other festivals I've been to, except it was better because it was in Uppsala and it was right on our doorstep, you know.
Yeah.
So, and then 3 years ago, we started it,
2020.
Yeah, and we couldn't do it because of COVID. And then we said, okay, we try again 21, and we cancelled and we try again. And then we're here, 22. So it's, vad man säger på svenska? Tredje gången gillt.
Yeah.
So
it's been a long time coming.
It's been fucking amazing. But it's been great fun, and it's great to see the sun shining. It's great to see so many happy people drinking beer. So, and it's completely sold out. So, yeah, both passes.
I believe it's thanks to you and the brewery. It's wonderful, fixed and organized. And
we managed to get great people, great breweries who came along.
But the thing also, we've been interviewing these breweries,
yeah,
and they are dead happy.
Good.
And if they're dead happy, hey, hunky dory.
Do you know why they're happy? I gave them ice cream half an hour ago.
Yeah, so I got an ice cream.
You get one too, yeah?
It was delicious.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, that's what you want on a hot day like this. You want beer, ice cream, and, you know, just that loving feeling.
100%. But now when I imagine it's starting to calm down a little bit for you.
Yeah.
Everything is set, everybody's here. How do you feel now? How does everything feel after 3 years of getting this project, or 5 years even, when it's done, set?
That's great. And it's just the beginning. We want to do the same again next year, obviously, but I think next year we can use more of this space. We can push out that way.
And not use the same food trucks. We've told
Don't
some
mention
people
the war.
about
Don't mention the war.
No war. We'll be happy to come back every goddamn year to do this because this was.
No, next year with food trucks, I'll be once bitten, twice shy. So I'll be doing contracts, and they'll be putting their money on the line beforehand and putting their name on the line. No, I'm very disappointed with the people who were supposed to come here today and didn't.
Well, all the brewers turned up.
Yeah.
Even one that we didn't know until we arrived, the Finnish ones. There must have been a late edition.
Yeah.
Not all the beers are to my liking, but it's all extremely high quality.
Yeah. Well, they're all good beers. We've picked out the breweries that we ourselves like.
Yeah.
And then obviously our friends and our neighbours, and then there was about another 20 breweries we would have liked to have brought. But this time we didn't want to be too big. We wanted to keep it, and we want to keep it small and enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, so that it can move around. You can get food. Well, that didn't happen. But, I mean, you can get a beer without having to queue for an hour.
Yeah.
And that upsets me at some of the bigger festivals sometimes. It just gets too big and it loses its love, if you know what I mean. It's not that close anymore. So I'd sooner keep it tight. And well, we can take double the amount of people we had today. Yeah. Obviously, we'd have to make it bigger and do a bit more work, but it's possible. Yeah. So
actually, one thing that I heard from one of the brewers, which you don't hear often, is it's so nice. I wish it was one more day.
I wish also.
I wish it was one more day.
Oh,
that is not something you hear as a festival manager from your exhibitors every day.
That's great to hear, because what we said this year was, let's do one day and do it really well. And then we'll do the next year. We'll do one day and then do it really, really well, and then eventually let's make it 2 days.
Another thing we heard was that they've been so good. They've been treated so well here with all the food, the coffee, the room for the brewers and the staff. People have been saying that they felt so welcome and so taken care of. So it's very nice to hear when you're out talking to people.
Well, we've all been there. You know, we've all been to different countries and different cities and going to these festivals.
And you remember the festivals where you're made feel at home.
Yeah.
And you're welcomed, and it was given to you like, this is what you expected, this is what we want you to do, this is the beer you're going to sell, and it's organized, you know. So obviously we have a lot of experience ourselves of going to festivals and being disappointed. It's a bit like the service industry, you know. You always want to give the kind of service, you always want to try and give the kind of service that you yourself enjoy. So that was our ambition with this festival, that we were going to make it the kind of festival
I would
we'd
say
like to
that's
go
your
to.
success.
Thank you.
That's really...
We can't put the normal questions to you because you've already answered what beer you're going to have on your deathbed. And we kind of know that you're from Ireland.
What beer? Oh, Guinness, was it?
Yeah, it was Guinness.
Yeah, good.
And also, what made you realise that beer was not just light lagers, and that was the first beer you had, which was a Guinness. So it's quite hard for us to put our normal final questions to you. But if you take one of your beers that you make here at Uppsala, and it will be the last beer you've had for the rest of it's your deathbed.
It'd probably be Snaghead, but Snaghead's paid my bills these past 5 years since we started it. Yeah, it's been the beer that got us through COVID. It's been the beer that has kept most of our fans happy, and it's the beer that we sell absolutely most of. It mightn't be our highest rated beer, the way the rates work sometimes, but it's definitely our most popular beer, and it's a really nice one. So I'd say it'd be a Snakehead, just out of thanks for what it's done for us.
You know, as a bartender, I can say that that's one of the easiest IPAs to sell.
Good, thank you.
It really is.
It's clean, it's nice, it's traditional.
It's hoppy, it's malty,
good stuff.
We designed it at the time to be that kind of beer, you know. But I've been behind the bar like you guys for many years, you know. It's never nice to have to try and sell something that you don't like yourself or that's not good.
Definitely.
You know, we've all had those kind of kegs, so I mean, life's too short for a bad beer.
If you hate someone, bring them good beer, they'd be nicer to you.
Yeah. It's another good motto. I'm not even going to ask you. You're going to have a hat and a bag and you do whatever you want with them.
No, you know what? You're going to have those hats, you're going to have those bags, and you're going to give them to your volunteers and the people who worked here today, as far as they go at least.
Very good.
They can grab them. I have some more bags in my bag.
Very good. Thank you very much.
We'll leave them to the staff and grab them. And if
that's
anybody,
really sweet of you. Thank you very, very much. I look forward to using them.
No, it's our pleasure. We've been invited. We've been treated like fucking royalty today.
Yeah, we said that actually when we came in.
Yeah,
we feel like be a royalty walking in here. You making us feel like proper VIPs. But I've seen you do this with everyone. Yeah. You're fucking amazing, man, and you're a treasure for the business.
I'm going to start crying now. So
you're a treasure for the business.
I'm going to start getting emotional.
You are my best friend, and I haven't even drank that much yet.
I'm still quite sober.
I'm drinking coffee. I'm just tired. Happily tired.
But you've earned everything you get today. It's been great, and I look forward being back in next year. That's what I'm saying.
Well, hopefully we'll come back again next year, a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
And
I've got one question for you though. If you could say anything to the people listening to this, what would you tell them
about next year?
About anything, about beer,
the brewery, the beer, the festival.
Oh God! Well, I suppose we already said that about life's too short to drink bad beer. So, and the beer in your hand is probably the best beer in the world right now. So enjoy it. You know, I don't know. I was going to say just be kind to each other. You know, do unto others as you'd like them to do unto you, and life's a lot easier.
Yeah,
you know, it's not a difficult message. Really, it's a couple of thousand years old, but I mean, it's just what goes around comes around. You know, so we try to just do a good job. You know, and we've managed to get a really good team together here in Uppsala, and thanks to that, this day is happening. Great.
Thank you very much, Conor. You are. It's been an absolute honor, and we can't say anything more.
No, that's it. Let's go. Let's go and have a beer.
All I'm going to say is, whatever you do, guys, hope you can enjoy your night, Conor, and relax a bit. And whatever you do, drink Uppsala Brygghus beer.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that's it for this time. Hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as we did. Beer Bubbles will be back next week already, so sit tight and drink better beer. It is festival time with the beer bellows.